in fact started off really well.
Yes.
You know, offering value. They were also the sponsors of the Indian cricket team.
Yes. It's a gig economy.
Yeah.
So suppose you are working for Zepto or you are working for, let's say, Blinkit.
Yeah.
You have an app. You've just downloaded an app.
Right.
When you're free, you'll pick up a delivery and you'll deliver it, which means you're getting an opportunity to earn more.
How does an investor know? How do you save investor money?
100 startups are getting built today and 10 are being successful. There will be one out of those 10 which will not be completely sure of what they're doing and whether they're pivoting in the right angle or not. Second, biggest problem in Byju's was what? So there's a gamut of 3-4 things you parallelly karne padte hain when you're going to be starting a business.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Twisted Truths. Today, I'm talking to Suraj Juneja. He has worked with more than 100 startups in the tech, OTT and sustainability space. And he also mentors more than 300 startup founders with the Indian Startup Studio, which is based out of Pune. We'll talk about in the Indian startup ecosystem, how it has evolved in the last decade or so, and how it compares to legacy business and more. So, welcoming Suraj on the show.
Thank you
Suraj,
so much.
how are you?
Absolutely well.
So, how do you, so in terms of, let's directly talk about the Indian startup ecosystem.
Okay.
How has it evolved over the last 5 years after COVID to where we are now?
Okay. So see, especially after COVID, there's been a huge amount of change.
Right.
And the success of startups is all about timing.
Correct.
Right? For example, if you would have seen before COVID, do you remember anybody you knew who would order vegetables, chicken, milk through an app? Never.
No.
You'd go out and do it.
Right.
So there were so many startups that time that came but failed.
Correct.
Similarly, so many other businesses which were not timed right. But after COVID, somehow a lot changed. And the timing was right for a lot of businesses which earlier couldn't have been done digitally. Suddenly everything went digital. So all those startups who were digital first, who were, let's say, home delivery oriented, quick commerce, as you've seen, is are the biggest companies right now in terms of market value.
Right.
These all have really taken off. And after COVID, people have understood the need for being digital, being online, quick service, and of course the whole thing of home, working from home has also come after COVID, which has given a different kind of trajectory to a lot of startups, a lot of businesses, a lot of ideas completely changed. So
you specifically mentioned about the quick commerce apps.
Yes.
Now there's this entire debate that whereas in India, a lot of these startups which has really kicked off, they're all focusing on the quick service space, quick delivery space.
Yes.
Vis-a-vis startups from China, they are really focusing on the different side of development.
Yes.
And there's this entire debate that is going around. I don't remember, but somebody had also commented, somebody very famous,
Mr. Piyush Goyal.
Yes, that why are we not doing something on those lines? What is your take on that?
So in fact, I had made a video in response to this also. So my take is here, it's very, very clear. See, when you're starting a startup, right? It could be you come up with something excellent out of the box in terms of innovation. What he was saying China does, right? Robots, deep tech, drones and so on and so forth. That's great. That's also very good. That's innovation. But in a country of 150 crore people, if you are able to deliver a product in 8 minutes, is that not innovation? So innovation is not only in product. Innovation is not just कि आपको एक idea आया solid and you made something great which wasn't there before. Innovation is also in process, and that's very hard. So it's very easy for ministers and people to just go on a stage and just give some ज्ञान कि अरे ये नहीं है, वो नहीं है, वो ये बना रहे, हम नहीं बना रहे. But आप करके दिखाओ. So I believe that innovation is definitely not just in product. It's also in processes. It's also in scaling a company. And in a country like India, to really deliver something in 8 minutes is brilliant. See, today, I just came from Singapore last week. In Singapore, you don't get a delivery in 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Any other country in the world, you don't. So here we have that advantage. A part of the debate also was that we are exploiting people.
Yeah.
Right? That they're getting, X amount of money for X amount. But I don't think so. See, it's a very big opportunity for a country like India. Now, what happens? These are not jobs. So you're not giving these riders jobs, right? It's a gig economy. So suppose you are working for Zepto or you're working for, let's say, Blinkit.
Yeah.
You have an app. You've just downloaded an app.
Right.
When you're free, you'll pick up a delivery and you'll deliver it.
Right.
It's not that you're getting money per delivery, right? Which means you're getting an opportunity to earn more. So you won't believe, we have a factory also. So many boys left the factory, and the reason was ki, sir, we'll be working with Blinkit part time, and we want to get back to our education. We want to get back to doing what we wanted to do, a business or something. And I was like, great. So it's giving people these opportunities. So these are the pros which people don't see. They'll always want to make a kind of a debate out of it to just be in limelight maybe or something. But I just don't believe that there any con in doing this.
Right. When it generally compares to the legacy business or the Lala business, which they say,
Yes.
let's take say Bara Bazaar for example.
Right.
There are so many businesses out there. I'm sure most of it, if not all of it, are seeing the green. Then they
Yes.
don't have cash burn.
Yes.
They are positive. They are
Yes.
making in a lot of money.
Yes.
Whereas startups, they burn money. They're losing a lot.
Yes.
Very few startups in India have now, achieved profit.
Yes.
And then there's this saying कि भाई तो फिर धंधा है तो जो पैसा दिखता है वो धंधा है, ये
Yes.
धंधा नहीं है.
Yes.
इसमें आपका क्या take है?
So I read something very beautiful yesterday only, last night only. In fact, I was going through this,
हाँ.
and this is a very good point you picked up. कि लोग startup तो करते हैं, but they don't know the difference between business and startup.
हाँ.
So I was reading and I was seeing a couple of videos and I was just writing some points myself. So one of the things which was very apparent right now कि a business is all about efficiency, right? आप एक business कर रहे हो, maybe a Lala business in Bada Bazaar or a factory or a distribution of a garment brand or something. That's a set business. You know कि उसमें ये होने वाला है. It's all about how efficient you are.
Correct.
Startups is all about discovery. It's not about efficiency. Startup means uncertainty. आपको पता नहीं कि क्या है. So every day is a learning कि okay, these questions I had in mind, will I get so much from a customer? Are these guys my customers? Will they pay me an X amount? When will they pay me? आपको कुछ पता नहीं.
Correct.
That's a startup. And which is why when you answer those questions time and again, and when you get to a point where you don't get most answers wrong, is when you start making progress. And which is why yesterday you must have seen the Indian Stock Exchange is valued at 1 lakh crores. Grow yesterday was valued at 1 lakh crores. It's a startup, just started now. Which is why uncertainty versus certainty में ये difference है. ठीक है, legacy businesses are great. You'll make an X amount of money every month, or you'll do things the way you do. But if you start something new and which is uncertain and you're discovering something new, if you crack it, then you'll be beyond everybody in no time. And you've seen that in the successful startups.
तो आपको क्या लगता है कि कहीं ना कहीं जो वैल्यूएशन होता है वो फ्लॉड होता है या इन्फ्लेटेड होता है?
See, valuation में ना यार, there is कभी भी कोई set pattern नहीं है. It's not rocket science.
Correct.
It's very very different. तो आज अगर मैंने एक बहुत अच्छा प्रोटोटाइप बना दिया, which has a possibility to be something great in future, I can command a very good valuation without any revenue. अगले बंदे ने अच्छा खासा revenue भी किया, but it's something with competition.
Correct.
He will not be able to come.
Correct,
So there is nothing like that. But to also answer your previous question कि some startups are in loss, तो वो कैसे justify किया जाए? For example, Swiggy या Uber या all these guys, at one point in time they were spending money left, right and center कि download Swiggy, ये मिलेगा, discount मिलेगा, वो मिलेगा. But today what happens? Do you need an ad of Uber? Do you see any ad of Uber?
No.
No, you to have become addicted to using Uber. There's no other way you'll commute.
Right.
That's what these guys want to come to. So पहले वो burn होता है to get X amount of people on board.
Right.
So many people to download their app, use it, become addicted कि यार और कोई चारा ही
Habit. एकदम.
Habit.
Yes.
Now they'll make money the rest of their lives.
Right.
And then cross-sell your data for so many other things. Uber has also got into Uber Eats and this and that. Swiggy is starting something else. Zomato started Blinkit.
Yeah.
That's how the whole journey starts.
Right.
So once you get that data, once you get people to download, then you can do anything. In fact, there's one thing which I keep quoting in a lot of podcasts, a lot of talks also, that when Cred was valued at 8,000 crores, when they were a unicorn. So do you know what the value was? What the revenue was?
How much?
Take a wild guess कि कितना revenue बनाते होंगे?
8,000 crore valuation.
Valuation. Unicorn बने थे, उनका roughly क्या revenue होगा?
Around 800 crore, 600 से 800 crore. हाँ.
50 lakh rupees.
Wow, what are you saying?
तो नीचे कैफे कॉफी डे को उसका ज्यादा होगा. One cafe को उससे ज्यादा होगा. 50 lakh rupees, they were valued at 8,000 crores. अब बताओ why? Because they had all the data, man. So they had tied up with ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, all the top banks. All the top banks के सारे credit card users became their users. They were giving a loyalty program. Very smart move by Kunal Shah, by the way. कि यार रातों रात he has all the data. He knows exactly who's spending how much are they paying for food, which phone are they buying, are they paying back on time, what are they eating, how many times a month are they eating out, everything. So what do you think that data is worth? It's worth billions of dollars. So today Cred has come out with Cred Garage, Cred Personal Loan. उसको सब पता है कि कौन पैसा देने वाला है, कौन नहीं देने वाला है, किसके पास है, कोई बाहर जाता है नहीं जाता है, everything. So that's the beauty of these startups, and it's amazing to sometimes learn that this can also happen. But it's a fact.
But what about the case of startups like Byju's? They were doing, again, they were also, in fact, started off really well.
Yes.
Offering value.
Yes.
After a certain point of time, they were also the sponsors of the Indian cricket team.
Yes.
After a certain point of time, there was shouts of mismanagement,
Yeah.
Wrong treatment of your own staff.
Yes.
The students and the parents were not happy, and then we all know what happened.
Yes.
So, how does an investor know? How do you save investor money? That is one question.
Yeah.
Second question, from the user point of view, how do you trust them?
So see, obviously, if 100 startups are getting built today and 10 are being successful, there will be one out of those 10 which will not be completely sure of what they're doing and whether they're pivoting in the right angle or not. So it's all about timing, it's all about luck also, and it's all about efficient management also. Like we just discussed ki business and startup mein ye difference hai. So Byju's had reached the business level. Then they were supposed to become efficient.
Correct.
But like you rightly said, the sponsoring, the IPL and doing all this was a wasted cost. Second, biggest problem in Byju's was what? And somehow you can call it bad luck, you can call it timing or whatever. In COVID, they really shot up. Because what happened in COVID? Everybody was learning from home.
हाँ, correct.
Everybody said कि यार अब तो यही चलने वाला है, पूरी जिंदगी यही होने वाला है, हम घर से ही पढ़ेंगे, मेरा बच्चा घर से ही पढ़ेगा, कोडिंग सीखेगा, ये करेगा, वो करेगा. The moment COVID finished, slowly and steadily people dropped from the online learning platform and they went back to the offline
classrooms. Yeah, exactly.
That's when they actually lost the major battle. So what they ideally should have done is कि somewhere pivoted and made it a hybrid model कि offline online दोनों है. Though they did acquire Akash Institutes and all that. But somehow that wasn't done in the right way. वरना बच जाते. And quite frankly, Zomato का story यही था. So Zomato was actually going through a loss even when they came
for a long time.
For a long time. What saved them was Blinkit. So the acquisition of Blinkit, what they made at $500 million, Blinkit today is valued at more than $15 billion, much more than Zomato also. अगर वो उस time Blinkit को acquire नहीं करते, हो सकता है we would have been having this conversation about Zomato also. So sometimes the right time में the pivot and right time में to take that action is very important to see यार कि market कहाँ जा रहा है. That's that's something you should do. Byju's didn't do that. They were stuck to their way that they were working. They didn't change with time. They saw कि okay offline वो online खत्म हो गया है. So I guess somewhere they were little lax about it, and that's where it went.
So आप कैसे decide करते हो कि कौन सा startup in future सही होने वाला? When I say सही, I'm not just saying सही in terms of product or service, in terms of finances, in terms of their think tank, because a startup or a company is as good as its people.
Absolutely. So I've completely changed my method of investing only, and now what we do is actually called strategic investment.
Achha.
So let's say you come to me with your startup and say, yeah, this is a great idea. We say, great, बहुत अच्छा है, but only if I can personally or my team or my network can help you reach from 0 to 1 or from where you are to 1 to 10 faster and better, only then we'll make money. And then we'll invest money in you. We won't do a pure financial deal anymore.
Achha.
So I know कि यार हाँ, I can help Joy, I can help, I have my networks, I have my wherewithal, I know कि मेरे strengths क्या है, मैं इसको 0 to 100 तक ऐसे ले जा सकता हूँ. Then only will I invest money. And there are so many ways where I can. And it's happened. So those collaborative models actually work much better. Because you are doing stuff that you are great at, I am doing stuff that I am good at, the team is doing stuff that they are good at, everybody is doing things that their strength is, the company grows much faster. And you have more control both ways. कि हाँ, कि it's not going astray also, कि कुछ फालतू खर्चे नहीं होने वाले, and कि सारी चीजें will be going in the right direction.
Right.
So I'll give you an example. That is, when I go to an IIT to speak now, what happens there, or any engineering college, so there are very, very intelligent engineers, and obviously they make amazing product, drones, robotics, cars, supercars, ये वो सब बन रहा है. But the moment you ask them ना कि ये आप बेचोगे कहाँ, what is the business model and all that, they have no clue. आप एक MBA college में जाओ, they'll show you the best presentations, logo, ad बना के दिखा देंगे कि सर ऐसे बिकेगा देखिए. Product कहाँ है? They have no clue. So, and अगर आप एक engineering student जो startup start करता है, what happens suddenly? He starts doing everything himself. He is doing the tech, he knows his product and all that. तो marketing भी करना start करता है, sales भी start करता है. He'll only do fundraising का वो activity करेगा, but that's not his core strength. You know, he should concentrate on product. जो marketing sales वाले बंदे हैं, जो right hand, जो right brain वाले बंदे हैं, उनको वो करने दो. Similarly, if an MBA guy starts a tech business or a tech startup and he starts hiring tech people and managing them, उसको पता ही नहीं होगा वो लोग काम क्या कर रहे हैं. How to retain them, because he's a marketing person, he's a sales person, he does not know tech. But founders ये गलती करते हैं. So the best thing I always recommend is to have complementary founders of different skill sets.
Right.
कोई tech वाला हो तो कोई sales वाला होना चाहिए, marketing वाला होना चाहिए, या फिर आप get other people on board, hire people, tie up with companies, tie up with agencies, but give the right job to the right people. खुद मत करो. But what has been popular jargon and in all these motivational silly speeches is कि eat, drinks, sleep your startup, सब कुछ अब खुद करना चाहिए. That's the worst advice. That's what makes a startup fail. And this is why this particular why we are having this discussion.
Yeah.
So that's actually where this comes from.
So अगर suppose एक startup है and वो महीने का उसका 100 रुपया खर्चा है,
right?
ठीक है, अब खर्चा लॉजिस्टिक्स है, सैलरी है, ऑपरेशंस है, मार्केटिंग है, तो अकॉर्डिंग टू यू वो 100 रुपया कैसे डिवाइड होना चाहिए?
See, वो totally depend करता है startup.
Obviously. ठीक है.
So that's very.
Let's take for example a startup which is heavily into say clothing. Let's take clothing for an example. ठीक है. अब अगर कपड़े का ब्रांड है, अब मैन्युफैक्चरिंग यूनिट मान लेते हैं उनका है.
Right.
Let's take manufacturing unit भी उनका है. They are not importing from say China or anybody else. So then how should the expenses be planned?
So generally ballpark figure अब अभी क्या होता है कि मान लीजिए आपका एक गारमेंट का बिजनेस है. So this is calculated in percentages. So I'm assuming कि these garments are going to be sold online. Let's say on Amazon, Myntra, all of these places. E-commerce, right? या उनके खुद के साइट में.
Yes.
The cost of the product cannot be more than 25%. That's the maximum.
Okay.
In some cases 20%.
Okay.
तो अगर आप एक 100 रुपए की चीज बना रहे हो, आप 400 में उसको बेचना ही पड़ेगा या 500 में बेचना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा.
Because you have to pay an Amazon, और अगर आपकी किसी और की दुकान में बिकता है, you have to pay them 25%, 30%.
Yes.
वहां गया. Then you're advertising to get people to come there.
Correct.
Cost of acquisition वो आता है.
Correct.
So if you reverse it back, 20-25% on your product cost, 20-25% on your marketing cost. That's the general ballpark which goes. Again, 20-25% operation, shipping, packaging, all of those things, and 25% is what should remain with you. This is the ballpark of what. Of course, it differs from business to business, and the most important part which has come down to be right now because of e-commerce is the marketing part.
Exactly.
Because शुरू में शायद जो वो burn का आपने point बताया था ना, कई बार शुरू में that marketing cost is the customer acquisition cost.
Exactly.
Right? So let's say if I need to see a brand ka ad and click on it, first to get me you might have to spend 1,000 rupees for a 1,000 rupee shirt. Fine. Slowly, your customer acquisition cost to find me and to make me repurchase all that comes
second
down to,
returning customer जैसी हो जाता है.
comes down to 250. Then आपको पता है मेरे 25%, 20% के एंगल में आ गया. Now मेरे को वो इक्वेशन बैठ गया. 25% प्रोडक्ट, 25% मार्केटिंग, 25% ऑपरेशन, 25% मेरा प्रॉफिट बचा. बट शुरू में जब तक वो 1,000 रुपए तक है तब तक आपका बर्न हो रहा है. एंड द होल स्टोरी टू सेल टू एन इन्वेस्टर और टू योरसेल्फ और टू अदर्स कि सर अभी तो बर्न कर रहे हैं, स्लोली मेरा एक्विजिशन कॉस्ट 1000 से 200 हो जाएगा, शायद 100 भी हो जाए तो हम इतना प्रॉफिट कमाएंगे एंड इतना डेटा हमारे पास आएगा, इतने लोग हमारे कपड़े खरीदेंगे, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ.
अब किसी को अगर बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना है, ठीक है, एंड उनके दे आर फर्स्ट जेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स.
यस.
उनके पास लेगेसी बिजनेस नहीं है, पापा या मम्मी का पैसा नहीं है.
यस.
तो एंड उनके पास खुद भी उतने डीप पॉकेट्स नहीं है.
राइट.
ठीक है, तो आप क्या एडवाइस दोगे उनको?
सो
देखिए, क्योंकि एस्पिरेशन सबका रहता है.
100%. सो आप बिलीव नहीं करोगे, होल स्टार्टअप स्टूडियो, इंडिया स्टार्टअप स्टूडियो जो हमने अभी लॉन्च किया है, वो यही करता है. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल व्हेन दे कम, उनको 3 तरीके के प्रॉब्लम्स होते हैं. लेट्स से कि आप सपोज, लेट्स टेक एन एग्जांपल हाइपोथेटिकली कि यू आर अ फर्स्ट जन एंटरप्रेन्योर, यू वांट टू स्टार्ट समथिंग न्यू. तीन सिनारियो हो सकते हैं. एक हो सकता है कि आपके पास आपको एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करना है बट आपके पास कोई आइडिया नहीं
कि क्या किसमें करना है,
कि क्या
करेक्ट,
राइट. एंड आई गेट टन्स ऑफ फोन कॉल, ईमेल्स ऑल एवरी डे कि मुझे स्टार्ट करना है, मेरे पास इतने पैसे हैं, कम पैसे हैं, ज्यादा पैसे हैं, मुझे स्टार्ट करना.
लेकिन क्या है वो नहीं पता. अच्छा, ऐसे भी होते हैं.
100%.
अच्छा.
आइडिया चाहिए, आप बताइए क्या कर सकते हैं. सो वी सजेस्ट टू देम, वी हैव एन आइडिया बैंक. आई शेयर सो मेनी आइडियाज. वहीं से लॉट ऑफ पीपल आल्सो से कि हाँ आपने शेयर किया था, मुझे स्टार्ट करना. तो पहला कि आइडिया नहीं होता. सेकंड होता है ठीक है आइडिया है बट वो कैसे लॉन्च करूं, क्या करूं, मेरे को नहीं.
अच्छा.
अब मैं किसको हायर करूं, टीम कैसे करूं, आई डोंट नो हाउ टू लॉन्च इट बट आई नो दैट आई हैव अ ग्रेट आइडिया. एंड नंबर 3 इज कि ओके आई हैव 2-3 आइडियाज या 4 आइडियाज बट आई डोंट नो उसको वैलिडेट कैसे करूं, इनमें से सबसे अच्छा कौन सा है. दैट्स द मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ रिक्वेस्ट इवन वी गेट एंड आई पर्सनली गेट. सो यू राइट ऑन दैट पार्ट. सो हमने अब क्या किया है कि वी हैव अ काइंड ऑफ अ बैक ऑफिस एज अ सर्विस. So if you say कि you know Suraj I have this great idea, मुझे ऐप करना है for podcasting and all that, but कैसे करूँ मुझे नहीं पता. ऐसा ठीक है. My marketing team comes in, my tech team comes in, my finance team comes in and they create the whole thing for you कि 90 days you can launch. If suppose वैसा नहीं है, we'll give you that thing कि भाई तुम 90 days में launch कर सकते. So there's a whole set format कि parallelly आपका पहले marketing होता है कि you first get your logo, your branding, your brand guidelines, your communication, deck, वो सब चीज. पैरेलली आपका सपोज टेक रिलेटेड बिजनेस है, आपका टेक डॉक्यूमेंट बनता है तो 2 हफ्ते आप एटलीस्ट टेक डॉक्यूमेंट में बनाओ कि व्हाट फीचर शुड बी देयर, व्हाट लिंक शुड बी देयर, क्या फ्लो होगा इफ इट्स एन ऐप और अ वेबसाइट. एंड आफ्टर 2 वीक्स योर टेक बिल्ड स्टार्ट्स. जब तक टेक बिल्ड बन रहा है, सारे मार्केटिंग के कोलैटरल्स बन रहे हैं, यू स्टार्ट मेकिंग योर प्रेजेंटेशंस कि आप क्लाइंट्स को क्या प्रेजेंटेशन भेजोगे, आप कस्टमर्स को क्या प्रेजेंटेशन भेजोगे, टीजर कैंपेन क्या करोगे आपके लॉन्च से पहले. सो लेट्स से 90 days or 100 days if your tech is going to be ready and you're going to be launching, before that you should do all of these things so that you're ready to launch in about 100 days.
Right.
So that's one thing. One very important thing is to test the market. Like आपने एक MVP बना लिया तो test the market is very important. और आज इतने technologies हैं, it's very easy.
Correct.
पहले होता था which is now also right thing, you ask people the right questions. आपके friends, family में कि okay I'm launching this, what do you think, you'll pay for it, ये क्या है, आपका feedback क्या है, वगैरह वगैरह. Now you can have a WhatsApp group, which can be a focus group where you can get direct feedback from people. You can drop a design if it's a marketing or a garment or something. Drop a design and see what kind of feedback you're getting. You can go to channels like Kickstarter and all, which is a crowdfunding model. You'll get a direct feedback from the कि अरे यार pre-book इतना हो गया, that means I'm already a success. So all those things you can do while your thing is being launched. So there's a gamut of 3-4 things जो parallelly करने पड़ते हैं when you're going to be starting a business.
So and what are some of the say top 3 reasons why most startups don't work?
So the top reason I've already told you कि the startup founder tries to do everything.
Achha.
And this is one example which I keep giving. I call it the Shah Rukh Khan syndrome. Though Shah Rukh Khan has nothing to do with it. But Bollywood का अगर एक example लेते हैं, suppose एक movie बन रहा है and Shah Rukh Khan is the actor in that.
Correct.
Right? He's the lead role, great actor, everything.
Right.
Now Shah Rukh Khan says कि ये काम करते हो, choreography भी मैं करता हूँ. Then he says कि ये काम करता, playback singer भी ना मैं ही कर देता हूँ. So direction भी ना मैं ही संभाल लेता हूँ. चाय भी मैं ही सर्व कर देता हूँ. So what do you think is going to happen to that?
It'll tank.
It'll tank.
Yeah.
Same thing happens in a startup.
Okay.
So if the founder says कि marketing भी मैं ही कर लेता हूँ, operations भी मैं ही कर लेता हूँ, finance भी मैं ही कर लेता हूँ, it'll tank. And what does a movie do? They get the best from each field. They get the best choreographer. They get an Arijit Singh as a playback singer. They get someone as this. And all these guys who are handling the show are best in what they do. That's when the movie becomes a success. And the founder here is not understanding that. So that is one of the main reasons why they fail. Number 2 is also a topic which we touched upon a bit. It's कि पैसे raise करना फिर भी उतना difficult नहीं है. People feel कि पैसे raise करना difficult है ये वो. You'll manage to raise money, चाहे investor से, चाहे घर से, चाहे friends and family से.
कहीं से, हाँ.
But I see a very big problem in people understanding how to spend the money. उनको पैसे खर्च करने नहीं आते. I've seen so many startups, करोड़ों रुपए they've raised. In 1 year they've blown it up because they didn't know how to spend it. And that comes from the same thing. कि that founder was either an engineer और वो marketing का काम कर रहा था, or he was an MBA and वो tech का काम कर रहा था, and that's why they didn't even know how to gauge the money. So I think these two are the main reasons why startups fail.
Right. In terms of the Indian startup ecosystem, right now, if suppose somebody is very motivated to start,
yes,
what are the sectors they should target?
So there are
say the next decade.
Yeah. So there are lots and lots of brilliant opportunities now in India. I mean, I thought every day come up with something or the other which could be great. Of course, one of them, which I have a huge amount of I see a huge amount of potential is vending machines.
अच्छा.
Vending machines. So I'm not talking about AI वो सब बोलेंगे.
Simple. Simple.
Now vending machines is very interesting here. 10 years back, stuff that used to be very, very popular in US used to come to India.
Correct.
This is the time for vending machines, right? Now if you see, generally आपने एक vending machine में क्या देखा बिकते हो?
चिप्स हो गया, चॉकलेट हो गया.
Right? चिप्स चॉकलेट मैंने भी वही देखा. आज अगर आप एक बॉम्बे के एयरपोर्ट में जाओ, दिल्ली के एयरपोर्ट, it's filled with vending machine.
Correct.
But chips, chocolate, biscuit वही कचड़ा बिक रहा है. But what is the highest selling thing in India right now in terms of foods?
I don't know, maybe protein bars.
It's clean foods, right? So the younger generation and most people are into health and fitness. They're aware of this thing. आज मैं एक airport में जाता हूँ and I'm looking for a protein bar, something healthier to eat. There's nothing. That's the highest growing segment. But all the vending machines are selling what? The same shit. So if there was one vending machine that would be only for clean foods, that would go through the roof. It would be doing so well. Not only in airports, in malls, IT parks, institutes, colleges and all that. So in fact, one founder duo is starting that with, you know, the idea that I had given them, they're starting it. So what I'm saying, the gap in vending machines is so large that now India is going to see a huge boom in it. We've started one more vending machine business called Clean Ride. It's where a person can, in a machine, put the helmet and it disinfects and cleans the helmet from inside.
Wow.
So, and already we have like, you know, distributors in most states, so many B2B clients coming in, getting calls from Europe, you know, Portugal, God knows where to get this machine. So it's going again. So what I'm trying to say is that vending machine need not just be edibles and all that, it can be so many types. But India is now looking at that automation space. Ki haan, they are easy to do that. Plus, UPI is very friendly to us now. So इनमें आप straight खाली एक QR code डालो, person pays by UPI, the product comes out, you're sorted. So that is a space which I really feel people should look into in different kind of verticals. Another one which we are launching is very interesting. आपने sneakers पहने, मैंने sneakers पहने. I think यहाँ सब ने sneakers पहने, right? आप एक टर्फ में जाओ, लोग पिकल बॉल खेल रहे हैं, फुटबॉल खेल रहे हैं, क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं. स्नीकर सबसे ज्यादा गंदा कहाँ होता है?
फील्ड में,
ग्राउंड में. बट इन द स्नीकर अंदर से होता है. राइट, राइट. यू आर स्वेटिंग, इट्स डर्ट, बाहर से तुम क्लीन कर लेते हो, अंदर से क्लीन कर पाओगे? बहुत कम लोग कर पाते. बट इट स्मेल्स. अगले दिन चलो पहन पून के यू वेयर इट. So again, we've made a vending machine which you put your sneakers, अंदर से पूरा clean हो जाता है.
Wow.
Imagine the market size of something like that, man. So again, ये तो मैंने 2-3 बोले. If we have 5 hours, मैं आपको 50 और बोल दूंगा. That's the kind of space we are looking at. And there are companies. There is a company like Dalchini, it's called. उनके 1000+ vending machines हैं. They're already valued at above 500 crores. Can you imagine that? And अगर आपको अपना चिप्स का पैकेट उनके थ्रू बेचना है, अपना ब्रांड उनके थ्रू बेचना है, first they will charge you 2.5 lakhs onboarding fee. तब आपका सामान बेचेंगे. So that's the scope. So people feel कि नहीं AI ये वो सब कुछ है, that's fine. But look at the thing which is in front of you. That कोई देखता नहीं. आप अगर US में जाओ ना अभी, let's say you go to a casino in Vegas and वहाँ 10 billionaires हैं या 20 billionaires. आपको लगेगा सारे टेक बिलियनर्स है, सिलिकॉन वैली के. ऐसा नहीं है. 20 में से 3 होंगे शायद टेक वाले और सिलिकॉन वाली. बाकी सारे पता क्या करते थे या करते हैं? They'll have a chain of ATMs, they'll have a chain of vending machines, they'll have a chain of laundromats, they have a chain of car washing places. That's the business which is amazing, so highly scalable कि अगर आपके आज 500 या 1000 भी vending machines है ना, you can be chit chatting with me and doing nothing because आपको कुछ करना ही नहीं. All those machines are internet enabled. They have sensors. वो खत्म होगा, आपके बंदे के पास notification जाएगा. He'll go and refill it. So it's automated. You are sitting, you're just adding your machines. That's the beauty of these things. So the first thing I would suggest is vending machine related any idea for sure. Yes. Second, yes, AI driven businesses are going through the roof, but it's also very, very risky. कि आज आपने एक बहुत solid product बना लिया नहीं है. कल को Gemini या ChatGPT ने उसको फ्री कर दिया. एंड वो मैंने बहुत देखा. सी लोगों ने 1-2 साल तक मेहनत से ये बनाया वो बनाया एंड सडनली दीस गाइज मेक इट फ्री, सो यू आर स्क्रूड. सो आई एम स्टिल वेरी वेरी अबाउट AI related products. AI related services, yes, I think that's a great business to be in. I think बहुत पहले if you would have seen ये पासपोर्ट फोटो वाले दुकान होते थे, याद है? अभी नहीं दिखते हैं, राइट?
बहुत कम है
अभी बहुत कम है. इनफैक्ट नहीं चाहिए अभी तो AI से ही आपका शॉट मिल जाएगा आपको. So हम लोग वहाँ क्यों जाते थे इन दोस पासपोर्ट वाले दिस थिंग्स, बिकॉज दे हैड दैट कैमरा. वो 1.5-2 लाख का कैमरा था, तो हम वहाँ जाते थे. वो वी आर नॉट गोइंग टू बाय दैट. आप जाओ, 50 रुपए दो, 100 रुपए दो, यू टेक योर थिंग. सेम थिंग इज विद AI tools today, right? So if you are a company and you need some AI services, like you're not going to buy those paid tools. You're not going to buy 5-7 tools जो आपके ये सारे solid वाले काम करेंगे. So there's some agency who's bought these tools. He can service 50-100 clients by just subscribing to some of these paid tools, na?
Right.
And his work is happening like this. So he's earning so much more. So service-based AI, I feel, has more potential than a product right now till you're not 100% sure about the product. Otherwise, yes, service-based is less risky right now in terms of AI.
Right. So what I understood, right, that means कि जितना बोरिंग बिजनेस होगा उतना ज्यादा आपके पास अपॉर्चुनिटी होगा.
हाँ, see, I would say कि ये बोरिंग बिजनेस का टैग लगा है, but they are fun businesses.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it, vending machine could be very interesting. The kind of brands you put, the kind of advertising that happens now. But yes, you're right. कि the boring businesses जो टैग किया हुआ है, they have a lot of money and lots of potential still lying.
So if you have to give one piece of advice to anybody who's, say, hesitant in doing their own business, what would it be?
I would say that it's a myth that you need money to start a business. You can easily, I have started at least 10 businesses without any money. And there's a ways of doing it. I do these talks on it. So don't have that myth. Second, the opportunities you're getting today, you will never get again, because in India, we are the youngest population in the world.
Yes.
Even if you have a half-baked good product, it will sell. So this is the right time. And with AI tools, you can be a single founder also who can have $100 million company. So one should do it right now.
And what should be the mindset of a successful founder versus a failed founder?
So see, mindset would be to look at things with a very open mind. And I'll give you a very good example. You can already see, अगर आप आज बोलो ना कि Suraj, what should I do? I'm thinking of starting a new business. So I'll say, okay, look at some stuff that has worked, some models that have worked, some technology that has worked. For example, I'll tell you, you've seen a lot of dating apps.
Yes.
So let's say Bumble, Tinder, all these doing really, really well, multi-billion dollars companies. But वो करते क्या है? They match make.
Correct.
So technology match make है. So you need to just think यार यही technology मैं और किसी app में और कौन से application में use कर सकता हूँ. Now one of the first things that come to mind is कि अभी startup scene जो हम startups के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, वहाँ सबसे बड़ा pain point क्या है? And what we spoke about also. कि a founder is looking to get a co-founder. इसका कोई app नहीं. अब वो भी match making ही है ना. कि you make a simple app and I'm putting कि मैं ये build कर रहा हूँ. I'm looking at XYZ kind of people.
Correct.
And people are putting their profiles कि this is my experience, this is my skill, this is my thing. I'm looking to join XYZ kind of business. And I'm just scrolling, जो मेरे को सही लगा, right swipe, we get together and I want this geography, I want this much experience, I want someone in tech, and I get it. But वो app ही नहीं है.
Correct.
But can you imagine that can be a bigger app than these dating apps?
Yes. Absolutely.
Second example I'll give you, same technology, different application. आज हम एक podcast में बैठे हैं, right? You are a podcaster, I am a guest. There are so many podcasts now in India. Every second day there are new podcasts starting in different genres. कोई lifestyle, कोई comedy, कोई Bollywood, कोई startups, कोई business, right? You all need what? Guests. There are so many people in India who have great knowledge, great experience. They know they can add value to podcasts, but they don't know how to contact them. So why not an app now which can just matchmake? So if I know I have knowledge in business, entrepreneurship, investing and all that, and if I put my profile, there should be all these podcasts that show up to me.
Right.
मैं बोलता हूँ, हाँ, these are very nice. I think I can add value, and I right swipe. They get to think, okay, interested. They say, okay, great, let's join in. Or podcasts are putting them, and they see profiles that could match, and they say, why don't you come in? So just imagine such a huge business again. And abhi ye manually ho raha hai. People are scouting people. The teams get in touch. Try to get a number and so on and so forth. But again, so to answer your question, कि already technologies exist. आप खाली अपना mind थोड़ा खोल के just find different applications for it, and you'll have a multi-million-dollar idea sitting in front of you, which you must not even thought of. So that's one of the things which people should look at.
Super. Thank you so much, Suraj. Thank you so
Anytime,
much for coming down. I think it was a pleasure. Lovely speaking
Likewise.
to you.
Thank you so much.
And some great ideas shared. Great. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.